concern versus worry. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. This is a thing that comes up a lot with clients that I've worked with in the past, and it's really easy when everything's on your shoulders. When you're a business owner or you're the executive of a large company, and like the whole world's on your shoulders, right? The entire business, sometimes people's entire lives, because they depend on it for employment, and the investors and everything else, and it just feels like everything's up on the back end of your shoulders. And even then, more important than any other time, is the ability to become distant and emotionally distant. You have to be able to separate yourself and the circumstances out from what's right and wrong. And the only way to do that is to not worry about what's going on. One of the main reasons I bring this up is because there's this book that came out, I don't know, it's probably close to 25 years ago now. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And the subtitle is, and it's all small stuff, I think. I think that's the name of it. I never read the book, but it was an interesting concept to me as a kid growing up. This idea of don't sweat the small stuff and that everything's small. It's like, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because I'm like, well, you got to sweat some things. There's got to be certain things that you know, stress has there's a necessity to stress. And so if you're talking about sweating something, you got to be able to sweat things. Otherwise, you never get anything done. But then with time, I learned that there's a difference. There's a night and day difference, and it's not taught, and we don't talk about it enough. But the difference between emotionally worrying about something and being thoughtfully concerned about something. See, I could be concerned about my family, I could be concerned about my business, I could be concerned about circumstances. But that doesn't mean I need to get worried about it. Worry is obsessive. Concern can always be there, but I don't have to be emotional about it. I don't have to make it about... Worry is a selfish thing. You're making it about you. When you're worrying about something, you're making it about you. If it wasn't about you, it'd be concern. You see, these are the two, I'm playing with the two definitions to kind of give some difference to the idea. The words themselves don't matter that much, but the idea is important. When you worry about something, you obsess about it. You can't stop thinking about it. You're always thinking about the consequences of something that either has already happened or is going to happen, or is going to happen based on what already happened. And that's what worry is all about. It's all obsessive. It's all personal. If it wasn't personal, it wouldn't be emotional. But if you can back away from the personal side of it and just look at it as an issue that needs to be solved somehow, some way, somehow, and you don't necessarily have the answer, and that's okay, but you got to watch for the answer. That's the difference between worry and concern. You have to separate from the emotion. Otherwise, worry will kill you. That type of emotional stress, especially over time, if you've known people that they just can't get out of it. If it's not one thing, it's another. If they're not worried about this thing, they're worried about that thing, and it's an ongoing jump from one worry to the next. It's an addiction that a person can build up. You don't need it. You don't need it, and it's killing you, and you know it's killing you because you know your entire system feels worse. You feel like you're dying when you're in that state of worry. Be concerned. Be concerned about situations, but don't get worried about them. When you're worried, you're mixed up with it, and you can't see things straight, and you always end up making the wrong decision. But if you're concerned about it, and you're like, I wonder how we're going to fix this one. I wonder what's going to happen there. And just be concerned and distant, and not too concerned with the outcome. Just concerned with the situation. Concerned with the present day situation, and let it go where it needs to go. And let things happen. Don't feel like you have to control it all, which is so tough as business owners for us not to feel like we have to control it all. Like if we don't control it, how's it ever going to get done? Well, yeah, but life worked before you were on the earth, and it's going to work after you're on the earth. And you got to back away from the idea that you are the one that's going to do everything. You aren't. You don't get there on your own, and it takes everybody involved, but it takes you keeping your head screwed on straight. And that's the difference between concern and worry. Be concerned. Don't be worried. Don't sweat the small stuff. Fix the small stuff. Fix what needs to be fixed. Let the rest go. It'll fix itself eventually. Or the idea will come to you overnight. You know how that is. You wake up the next morning and you go, oh, I wonder if this will work. And sure enough, it does, right? Hopefully that's helpful to you. Just hopefully it's a little tap on the shoulder to remind you of something you already know. Hey, if you want something that can really get you ahead of worry, ahead of concern even, then you got to have a really solid set of plans on where you're going from here. Now, plans don't always work out, but plans are necessary, especially in business. That's why I wrote this book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. This is all about having a plan to make yourself competition proof. Go check it out. You go get your own copy anywhere the books are sold, but you get your free copy at AmazonProofBook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.